graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on, barreled out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
Monitor. There we go. How about now? There we go. Okay, it works. Nice. Very, very cool. All right. Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very, very fantastic day. Probably should turn this down just a little bit. Is that better? Is that better? Can you all hear me? Testing 1, 2, 3. I see that the audio levels are going now. I was testing this out before, and all of a sudden, we ran into some technical difficulties. It happens sometimes. There's some sound. All right, cool. Great, great, great. We're ready to rock and roll. Okay, and how about this? There we go. Good. Very good. All right, can you all hear me now? Testing 1, 2, 3. Good evening, everybody. Welcome on into another edition of Play by Play with JJ. My name is Jason Joseph. Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very, very fantastic day. All right, so we got the Phillies taking on the Tampa Bay Rays. 5x5. Sound loud and clear. Good, 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 good. Glad to hear. Yes, okay, good. I don't know why chat is a little bit slow for me today, but it is. We got Phillies taking on the Tampa Bay Rays today. Phillies are 19-15, and they're just trying to catch the Mets, really. It's really all it is about now. Just trying to catch those Mets. They are currently 3 games behind New York, and they're also 3 games above Atlanta. So they're just in the middle. They're also 3.5 above Washington and 6 above Miami. All right, here we go. So Stott will be leading it off. First pitch, here it is. It's in there for a strike. All right, so no balls, 1 strike to Bryson Stott. Phillies are playing out at George M. Steinbrenner Field, the home of the Tampa Bay Rays for now. 0-1 pitch, and that's in there for a strike. It's now no balls and 2 strikes. I will fix this. I will get this up and going. Fix the scoreboard. Got that now. Oh, to the start, and it's a foul ball. All right, so we should be all good. We should be all good. Ban says, let's go Rays. Didn't think that you were a Rays fan. No balls, 2 strikes. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. And here's the 0-2. It's up high for a ball. Joe has correctly joined the channel. Talk is cheap. No sound, JJ. Oh. Oh, I scrolled up. Okay. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Bryson. And the pitch is inside for a ball. So this is the guy that's pitching. His name is Drew Rasmussen. Again, sorry that we just sort of ran on into the fire of things. Usually don't like to run it that way, but it's okay. I made it on time. 2 balls, 2 strikes in the pitch to start. Ground ball. It's hit back up the middle. Shortstop has it. Throws it over to first. And it's in time for out number 1. So the Phillies lineup, it'll look like this. It'll be Stott, Turner, Harper, Schwarber, Castellanos, Kepler, Realmuto, Bohm, and Marsh. And that is the 9 players for tonight's game. 1 out, and the pitch to Trey is outside for a ball. Drew Rasmussen, by the way, has a 2.64 ERA and a 1-2 record. He's 29 years old. He'll be 30 in July. And the 1-0 to Trey. He gets on top of it and bounces it over to shortstop. The throw over to first in time. Nice play there by Taylor Walls. On the defensive side of the diamond for Tampa Bay, they got Junior Caminero at third, Taylor Walls at short, Jonathan Aranda at first, and Brandon Lowe over at first. Or at second, I should say. Out in left field, it's Chandler Simpson. The center fielder is Cameron Misner. And Travis Jankowski, former Philly, playing out in right field for them. Here's Bryce Harper facing Rasmussen. And the pitch to Bryce. Fly ball hit out over towards center field. And just shying towards his right side and making the catch is the center fielder. For out number 3, that's Misner. So 1, 2, 3 go the Phillies, and we're going to the bottom of the first. Be right back. Don't go anywhere. Excuse me. All right, we're back. We're back up and running. What's up, folks? Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very fantastic day. For the Rays, their lineup will look like this. It'll be Chandler Simpson out in left. Brandon Lowe is at second base. He's batting second. Yandy Diaz, the DH, batting third. Jonathan Aranda is in the cleanup spot. And then it'll be Cameron Misner, Junior Caminero, Travis Jankowski, Ben Rortvedt, and Taylor Walls. And Wheeler, who's on the mound for the Phillies, throws the first pitch, and it's in there at 96 miles per hour for strike one. Chandler Simpson ranked the 7th top prospect in the organization, according to MLB.com. Here's the 0-1. It's bounced right back over to Wheeler, and he looks over to first. Underhanded throw is in plenty of time, and so 2 pitches, and there's the first out of the inning. Again, Simpson, Lowe, Diaz, Aranda, Misner, Caminero, Jankowski, Rortvedt, and Walls. And the pitch. It's taken inside for a ball. The pitch. It's in there for a strike. Bonds, just keep it clean, man. I don't want to have to remove you, but just keep it clean, dude. That's all you got to do. Don't smack talk. Don't spam. You know the rules, mate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Brandon Lowe is in the batter's box. One, 2. There's a foul ball. Wheeler comes sit at the letters, and the pitch. There's a ground ball diving stop by Harper. He flips it back over to first. It's in time for out number 2. Yeah, I know that he's a kid. But he's also a mod on Philly Tick with RB's channel. And he does a good job there. But, I just can't have you spamming the chat, and can't have you doing that. So there's 2 outs. And Yandy Diaz is up. The pitch. It's grounded back up the middle. And the throw over to first is in time. And so there is out number 3. So we're going to the top of the second. No score out at George M. Steinbrenner Field. All right, hit the thumbs up button, folks. Hit the subscribe button as well. And make sure you guys turn on your notification bell icons, too. What are your final score predictions today? I asked before. You said, I saw that Bond said 7-1 Rays. What else do we got? Any more final score predictions? Any more? Is there any other ones that I missed? Oh, boy. That was a fast inning. 7-6 Phillies in 10 innings. I'll go with that. 5-2 Phils. Phillies 6-2. Dylan Town says 9-3. Eric, what's up, Eric? What's up, Dylan Town? Thanks so much for stopping by. 5-2 Phillies. Okay. Cool. Very, very nice. All right, come on. I don't want us fighting in chat, man. I'm really not in that mood. Not in the mood. Not in the mood. Davis is 6-4. 6-4. All right, cool. Midnight Mickey. What's up, dude? How are you? 6-1 Phils. Wheeler's pitching a gem. Love that. Yep. All right. Winds are blowing northwest at 5 miles per hour. It's 86 degrees outside. Rasmussen going to pitch again. First pitch is up high for a ball. Bryn says 9-5. Phil's 3. Rays 1. 1-0 pitch. Swinging and a miss. Yeah, I'm fine with trash talk too, but I don't want to go overboard with it, you know? Like, I'm not trying to turn people off. 1-1, and that's taken inside for ball 2. Rasmussen is the Rays' best pitcher. Yeah, he is. When McClanahan's healthy, he's the best, and Boz too. Eric says, is this a home run park? Well, it's a minor league park. 2-1, foul ball. The wind's not really blowing too fast, but it is a hitter-friendly park, I would say. Welcome to almost summer in Florida, Phillies. It's not even a real park, says Broken Bell Network. Don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes to Kyle Schwarber. Schwarber batting .242. Sitting cleanup. Five seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 2-2 to Schwarber. Fly ball hit out over towards deep left field. That's going back towards the track, and it is gone! Kyle Schwarber with a solo homer out to left field. That's his second opposite field homer in the last 3 days. Extend that man immediately. That was a fastball right down Broad Street, and Kyle Schwarber sent that one back to Bourbon Street. Here comes Nick Castellanos, the pitch to Casty. There's a grounder. It's hit over towards third base. It's a slow roller, but it does roll foul just before the bag. Smart for Caminero to just let that one roll out. The ball is 1 strike. We're in the top of the top of the second, excuse me. Casty has to go back to the plate. Got 120 people on here watching. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button. Hit the subscribe button as well. And turn on those bell icons. The ball is 1 strike to Nick Castellanos. And the pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. I'm telling you, he is getting over 50 this year. I'm hoping for 60, says Scott Davis. Sign that man, please. Give that man an extension. 0-2 to Casty. And it's a breaking ball that's low and away. Count is 1-2. Church! 1-2 to Casty. There's a fly ball hit out over towards left center field, and the center fielder Misner can't make the catch. The left fielder backs up the ground ball, and the throw over to second is not in time as Castellanos gets in there. So Simpson tried to make a diving catch, and then backing him up was Misner, and Misner threw it out over to second base, and Casty was like, you know what, I'm going to go for 2 here. And he was able to get in there, and he's in scoring position. A bloop double by Nick Castellanos. Let's see if he was out. I think he just missed the swipe. I think he just avoided it. He did. That's the 10th double of the season for Nick Castellanos. And Max Kepler is due up next. Umpires for today, Lance Barksdale is the home plate umpire. The pitch to Kepler is in there for a strike. At first base, it's Will Little. Ryan Wools is at second. And Ryan Addison is over at third. Zero excuse to miss that fly ball. The ball is one strike, says BBN. Here's the 0-1 to Kep. It's up high. Mighty Max. Let's go, baby. Come on. Charge! One ball, one strike. Rasmussen looks back at second and back to home plate, and here's the pitch. And that's a 95-mile-per-hour fastball that's swung on and missed by Kepler. If you're over on TikTok or on the vertical stream, we appreciate each and every one of you for being on here or even on Twitch. Got people all over. It's nice. Hello, Twitch people. 1-2 pitch. That's taken inside for ball two. Grace is here. What's up, Grace? What's up, Grace? How are you? And the Phillies get another run here. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes to Max Kepler. By the way, we are going live. We're going to be doing the lottery next week for the Sixers. 2-2 on the way, and that's taken up high and outside for ball 3. That'll be fun. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the payoff pitch to Kepler inside for ball 4. Still nobody out in the top of the second. A homer, a double, and a walk. Here comes JT. Charge! Woo! JJ is multimedia famous as Grace. Appreciate you, Grace. I'm so happy you're here. 2 base runners. We're in the top of the second. JT is up to bat. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock, and here's the first pitch. It's painted perfectly on the inside corner at the kneecaps for strike 1. JT and Alec Bohm have led the team in double play ground balls. The ball is 1 strike. The 0-1 to JT. There's a grounder. Hit over to shortstop to throw the second. There's one to throw to first in time for a double play. 6-4-3. Heading over to third is Castellanos. Larry says bunt. They don't know. They don't know how to do it. So there's 2 outs and a runner on at third. And here's Bohm at the plate. The pitch is up high and inside for a ball. Bohm batting .228 in 32 games. His 10 RBI. 1-0 pitch. That's taken outside for ball 2. Pitch to Alec, and it misses inside for ball 3. 20 pitches in just this inning alone for Rasmussen. 10 balls and 10 strikes. It's 1-0 Philadelphia. 3-0 to Alec Bohm. That was outside according to pitch tracks, but it's called a strike in the eyes of Lance Barksdale. That is JT's 7th double play that he has grounded into. 3-1 to Alec. Fly ball hit out over towards right field. That's going back towards the track. And the first homer of the season by Bohm comes in the top of the second. Apo Taco. Finally. Three 0 Philadelphia. That thing got out in a hurry. Pitch to Marsh, and he takes a fastball right down the pike for a strike. Wow, Bohm did what? The ball is 1 strike. 2 outs in the top of the second. The pitch to Brandon Marsh. Foul ball. A Bohm bomb. Thanks, Michael. Appreciate you, man. 0-2 is the count to Marsh. 1 second left on the pitch clock, and the 0-2 is inside for a ball. So Schwarber hit an opposite field homer. And now Bohm was like, I'm going to hit an opposite field one myself. This time I'll drive in another run, though. It'll be a 2-run homer. 1-2 to Marsh. Inside for ball 2. Going to say, go Knights, go. Just to support Vegas, says Grace. Yeah, I feel that. 2-2 to Marsh. And that's sliced foul. I mean, the Eagles are the best thing right now for us. Without it, there's no doubt about it. I'll take the Phillies over the Sixers. I don't think that this year's going to get as bad as the Sixers was. 2-2 pitch. Another chopper to foul ball. And then the hockey team's just rebuilding. Flyers and Sixers are going to be playing at the Xfinity. What do they call it now? The Xfinity Center? Is that what the new term is? 2-2 to Brandon, and it's fouled off. JJ stopped lying to us. That's called minor league power, says Larry. Come on. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 8 seconds left on the pitch clock. Marsh hitting just 130 this year in the 2-2 pitch, and he looks at a called strike 3 at 96 miles per hour. Inning is over. Phillies get 2 homers, though, and go up 3-0 out in Florida. And they'll be back in just a few moments as we go to the bottom of the second. Okay. What do you guys think about that first Schwarber call? A fastball right down Broad Street, then he sent it all the way to Bourbon Street. It's a little bit corny, wasn't it? Thought it was a little corny. Xfinity Mobile. Is it Mobile Center or Mobile Center? JJ Sixers are in a different universe than the other teams. They're in a black hole. I would say that the Sixers and the Flyers are in a hole. JJ, will you cover the Flyers next year? I might cover some. It's just, I'll try to do some games. It's really, really hard to cover hockey, though. I've said it so many times. You can't, if I want to do it, I want to do it right. You can't see line changes that goes on, off the screen. And it's really, really hard. Even during the COVID year, the broadcasters had to have, extra cameras just to look at it. Because there's so many things that go on off camera because hockey's such a fast sport. And if I do it, I want it to be correct. That's the one thing about it. And second of all, I'll tell you this. If I did it consistently, That's not good for the vocal cords. It's just not. Because I'm yelling in basketball. I'm yelling in hockey. But baseball and basketball, it's fine because this is my natural voice. This is my calm voice, but, it's hard. I don't want to do it watch party style. What's up, Deshaun? Crazy that building has had 15 different names. 15? One ball, no strikes. And Wheeler comes set and fires a pitch to Aranda. It's on the outside corner for a strike. Aranda batting in the cleanup spot. He's a left-handed hitter. He has white and blue batting gloves. By the way, the Phillies are in their gray tops, gray bottoms. 1-1, swing and a miss. Still daylight. But it's 86 degrees. Here's a 1-2 delivery, and that's a foul tip into the glove for strike 3. And that is Wheeler's first punch out of the day. Wheeler comes set and fires a strike just at the knees. Maybe you would not yell in basketball if the Sixers didn't suck. Yeah. The pitch. It's 1 ball, 1 strike to Meisner. Wheeler kicks and delivers. There's a swing and a miss. Four seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 1-2 from Zack. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts for Wheeler. Up to 59 likes. Let's keep going, man. Keep it coming, love. And now bring up Junior Caminero. The pitch from Zack. It's in there for a strike. Caminero hitting .240. Also has a .432 slugging percentage, 6 homers and 13 RBI. In the 0-1, there's a line drive hit out to left field. It's going to drop in front of Kepler for a base hit. And there's a 2-out single by Caminero. That's the first hit allowed today by Zack Wheeler. All right. So, folks, I'm going to ask you this question, okay? And I'll read your answers during the breaks. If you were to give a Phillies sports Mount Rushmore right now, a Phillies sports Mount Rushmore right now, who is on your Mount Rushmore for, I'm talking about current players. The pitch to Jankowski, there's a ground ball hit towards the right side. Second baseman Stadazzi throws it over to first, and it's in time for out number 3. We're going to the top of the third. It's 3-0 Phillies. Okay, because this is really hard. I would say my Mount Rushmore for our athletes that we have in Philadelphia right now would be this. Jalen Hurts has to be up there. I think that you could go Jalen Hurts. You could go, even though he hasn't had a good year this year, You could still go Bryce Harper. You could go Joel Embiid. And you can go Matvei Michkov. And I don't think that that's a bad list. But if we're just talking about, I mean, that's just based off of accomplishments and team leaders. But I think it's an interesting question. Could you just go all four Eagles? I guess you could do that too. You could have Lane Johnson, Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley, and A.J. Brown. You know? It's weird. That could be your Mount Rushmore for Philly sports just based off of that. Interesting. Hurts, Schwarber, Saquon, and Wheeler. Hurts, Schwarber, Saquon, and Wheeler. You wouldn't put Michkov in there? Hurts, Maxey, Harper, Saquon. Hurts, Barkley, Harper, Michkov. Okay, these are good lists. Brandon Graham, well, he retired. The pitch is in there for a strike. Oh, that's the squad. All-time Philly, Schmidt, Reggie White, Bobby Clark, and Dr. J. I didn't go all-time, but that's a good one, though. 0-1 pitch. There's a foul ball. The ball is 2 strikes. Who's on your current Mount Rushmore in regards to the 2025 season? Right now, when we're talking about current players that are active. The ball is 2 strikes. We're in the top of the third. Stott is leading it off. The 0-2 is down and in for a ball. I wouldn't put Maxey on my Mount Rushmore yet. I would still put Joel Embiid over him. Oh, you want a current? Yes, current players. We're talking about current Philly sports athletes in the Big Four. 1-2. There's a ground ball. It's hit over towards the right side of second base, and the throw is going to be made over to first. It's in time. TK, Lane, Joel, and Bryce. Now, Tim, you wouldn't go with Hurts. That's interesting. You're basing it off of who's been here the longest and who's had success here. I can understand that. The pitch is in there for a strike to Trey Turner. 3-0 Philadelphia. We're in the top of the third. 0-1 pitch. That's just outside for a ball. I thought that this was like a really good question. Because I still think that we're in a time like where we have really good athletes. You know, say what you want about the Sixers and say what you want about, you know, the other teams not succeeding, but we do have like really good athletes here. One ball, 2 strikes. The pitch to Trey. And there's a ground ball back up the middle for a base hit. And so Turner does get on with a 1-out single. And he gives Paco Figueroa a little knuckle touch. Joel Embiid deserves to be the tour guide for the actual players we put up there. I mean, Joel's had a very good career here. I'm not just going to poo-poo like last year. He's had a very good career here. He goes on. Actually, we can have a debate about this, but I think he goes on the Mount Rushmore for the Sixers. I do. I put him on the Mount Rushmore. 0-1. That's taken down for a ball. Swiping second is Trey Turner. I think for me it goes Wilt. It goes AI, Dr. J, and Joel Embiid. I'll put him over Charles Barkley. 1 ball, 1 strike. And 1 out. Pitch to Bryce. It's taken up high for a ball. Two and 1 to Bryce. The pitch. That's inside for ball 3. I'll take Joel Embiid over Moses too. Three balls, 1 strike. And the pitch to Bryce. It just catches the inner third of the zone for strike 2. You're nuts for putting him over guys like J.J. Redick and Eric Snow. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? This guy's won an MVP. This guy's like a 7-time All-Star. Or a 6-time All-Star. And he's been like one of the top players for like 3-4 years. 3-2 pitch. Nat's in there for a called strike 3. And Bryce Harper goes down looking. And Kyle Schwarber's coming back up. I've never seen a center that's so dominant on both sides. You're just a hater. The pitch, and that's inside for a ball. You're just a hate. If you say that J.J. Redick was better than Joel Embiid, that's just straight up hate. That's straight up hate. I can somewhat argue. I can respect Moses. 1-0 pitch, and there's a foul ball. But to say J.J. Redick was better, that's disrespect. I love JJ. That's me. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch to Kyle. That's inside for ball 2. We're going to give Philly Porzingis and send Embiid to Boston. You guys can take him now. Two balls, 1 strike. The pitch is inside for a ball. So dominant every few months when he's healthy enough to play a game. Well, it's different now because now he's older. Like, it was different when you're watching him back in 2019, 2020. Like, 2023 was his last good year. Allen Iverson never took practice seriously. I mean, man. 3-2 pitch, and that's inside and low for ball 4. And I'm not like even trying to throw a shot at AI, because AI was purely talented. But I guess that the argument is, right, at least AI went to the finals. But even still, like, he could have put more work in. And yet, I don't know. I have a lot of respect for AI. But he could have put more work in to practice, and he was just purely talented. What's up, Patricia? 2 runners on, 2 outs. And here's Nick Castellanos. The pitch is in there for a strike. But also, like, for a center to play like Kobe or to have a shooting skill like Kobe and to also be, you know, dominant. I don't want to say the guy's dominant as Shaq, but like, you know, always bodying guys downhill. That's also, I'm not trying to make excuses for the guy, but that also provides a lot of wear and tear too. The 1-1 to Casty, and he grounds this one foul over towards third base. It's a good discussion, though. I like talking about this stuff. Who would you say is on your Philly or Mount Rushmore in regards to the current players we have? His shooting is like Kobe, yes. Not saying he's Kobe the player. I'll take Kobe over Joel any day, yes. But we've never seen a center shoot the way that he has shot. And his shooting is sort of, he has mocked his game after Kobe. Embiid gave his all too. Yeah, he did. He did give it his all until his knee swelled up in the mid-first quarter. It's just a big body. 2-2. That's outside for ball 3. Rasmussen with 65 pitches. He had the Dirk fadeaway too. 3-2. There's a foul ball. Three-two to Casty. Fly ball hit out over towards center field, and that's going to be caught by Misner for out number 3. We're going to the bottom of the third. All right, we're going to the bottom of the third. It's 3-0 Phils. What did I say? Fly out to center. Something else happened. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button, folks. Hit that subscribe button, too. We got 121 people on here watching. It's a good convo. Who is on your Philly Sports Mount Rushmore with the current players we have in 2025? That's the question. Embiid will be a footnote in Sixers history. You can say Embiid is great, but you can't be great when you don't play. That's fair. That's fair. I'm thinking. Who would you take? Okay. Would you take Jalen Hurts over Bryce Harper right now as the better Philly athlete? Would you take Jalen Hurts over Bryce Harper? I would say that Bryce is the better individual at his game. But I also know that Jalen has accomplished more than Bryce has already. You're taking Jalen over Bryce? Pitch is in there for a strike. Yes, obviously. Well, I mean, Bryce... I think Jalen's not like regarded as the best quarterback right now. I'd say that he's still in the top 5. But when I look at Bryce Harper's career, Bryce Harper has played longer, and he's been a dominant player. The pitch has popped up. I think that Jalen is the more beloved guy right now over Bryce. It's 1 out in the bottom of the third. But you guys think that Jalen's better, period. Now, if Bryce won, would you say that Bryce was better? The ball is 1 strike. And here's the pitch. And there's a swing and a miss. Jalen won a Super Bowl because of Barkley. Yes, but Saquon Barkley carried them. One ball, 2 strikes. I'll take Jalen Hurts over Bryce now. I'm just saying, like, who do you think is the better overall player? Like, career-wise. So Wheeler gets the strikeout. I have a t-shirt with both on it. Please don't make me choose. It's a good combo, man. 2 outs, and there's the pitch. That's taken outside for a ball. Now, what about this? Okay, would you take Jalen Hurts over Zack Wheeler? That's a tough one. If we're talking about right now, would you take Jalen Hurts over Zack Wheeler? One ball, 1 strike. There's 2 outs in the bottom of the third. And the pitch. There's a ground ball. Hit over towards second base, backhanded by Stott. The throw over to first is in time. You wouldn't take Jalen over Zach, says Larry. Bond says he would. Okay, David says I'd still go with Jalen. That's not a fair comparison. Well, it's not a fair well, is Bryce then compared to Jalen a good comparison? Currently, Bryce is a bit above average. Wheels is an ace, says Larry. Wheeler is an ace. I think that Zack Wheeler in his position is one of the top 5 best players. And Jalen's the top 10. So that's why I would say Zack Wheeler. I would go Zach. This is a weird argument. Jalen is king until next season. It's kind of plain and simple. Is it, though? Is it, though? Think about, like, if you think about the position, okay? Like, Zack Wheeler for his position right now, I would say is still a top 3 pitcher. Is Jalen Hurts a top 3 quarterback? Hurts is top 5. Interesting. Yes, because they are both beasts on their field. I agree with that. All right, so you would take Jalen Hurts. Interesting. And the last one. No need to think about it this much. Jalen was the MVP of the Super Bowl. What is there to even say? Well, Zack Wheeler never got to a World Series, but it wasn't his fault. I would still say that Zach. I think that there's value to be like one of the best at your game. Like Zack Wheeler is still one of the best in the game, still regarded as that. Jalen Hurts is still a debate. The ball is 2 strikes. And the pitch to Kepler, it's high for a ball. Top 10 quarterback can be better than the best pitcher in baseball. I think it's an interesting discussion. Toughest position in sports, plus you play every play, not every 5th game. But there's also more of a risk for injury when you're on the mound and when you're throwing a lot. I think. I don't know. 1-2 pitch. That's going to hit Max Kepler. And he gets on base. So Kepler does get on. People are texting the hotline now. This is funny. I love that. I love that. I think this is a good discussion. I'm getting people involved in chat, and that's all I want. Pitch. There's a foul ball. When was the last time a complete game was pitched? I think Tyler Phillips had the last complete game for the Phillies. The ball is 1 strike in the pitch. Yeah, but Jalen has more protection. I mean, there's still risk injury. I agree with you there. But I don't know. 0-2 pitch. That's taken outside for a ball. Football's the more injurious sport. I agree with that. Yeah, I think you're right. I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I think you're right. 1-2. That's outside. Way outside for ball 2. I had to think about it for a second. Looking at a lot of comments. I'm getting distracted. Yeah, sure. That makes sense. 2-2 to JT. There's a bouncer. Back over to second base. Low tags the bag for 1. And the throw over to first is in time. And so, that's a 4-3 double play. There's 2 away. Got 195 people tuning on in. Thank you all so much for being over here. The pitch is in there for a strike to Alec Bohm. Don't forget to like and subscribe, baby. Let's go. Bohm had a 2-run homer in the second. Snowball's 1 strike. Pitch to Alec. It's in there for strike 2. It was a sinker. Oh, 2 pitch. There's a foul ball. Yes, I'm calling in. I'm just not going to answer right now. Have it go directly to voicemail. 0-2, and there's a foul ball. Oh, 2. There's a ground ball. Hit over to shortstop. Backhanded throw over to first's dugout by the first baseman, Aranda, for out number 3, and we're going to the bottom of the 4th. It's 3-0 Philadelphia. Be right back in just a few moments. Don't go anywhere. All right, we're in the bottom of the fourth. It's 3-0 Philadelphia. It's Tuesday. It's always good on the Tuesday. Good. I'm happy that people are actually calling on into the line and texting the chat, because this is what I want. I want more people to get active. Why do y'all think I have these little hot takes here? Because guess what? I'm getting you guys to talk. That's what I want. Is it clickbait? No. It's just to get you guys going. Zack Wheeler is pitching. Yeah, I'm not taking phone calls right now. But you can leave voicemail messages. After the game, I'll be taking phone calls. Pitch is inside for a ball. So Wheeler is back out there to pitch. And the 1-0 is high for ball 2. There's a fly ball hit out over towards right field. That's going to drop on in for a base hit. And heading over to second base will be Aranda. Or Brandon Lowe, that is. And he gets on. Pitch is down low for a ball. One 0 pitch. There's a fly ball. It's hit out over towards right field. That's going back over towards the track, and it is gone. Yandy Diaz. It's a 2-run homer out to right. It's a 3-2 ball game as Tampa Bay is on the board, and the fireworks go off. Looks like it was a pitch out over the middle of the plate. Yandy was able to hit the barrel of the bat on it. Supposed to break a little bit more, but it did not. Pitch is in there for a strike. The ball is 1 strike. And a curveball thrown by Zach. It's down for a ball. That's the 8th homer already allowed by Zack Wheeler this year. 1-1 pitch. It's just a little bit outside. Two-one pitch. That's outside for ball 3. We got 190 people tuning on in. We got more people talking in the chat than we do likes. I bet you. We got 91 likes. Come on, man. 3-1 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. I guess that'll do it for my complete game hopes. Well, he's also at 30 pitches and hasn't gotten an out here in the bottom of the 4th. But here we go, the payoff pitch. And that's in there for a called strike 3 at the knees. That's the 4th strikeout for Zack Wheeler. That was a nice pitch. That was a very nice pitch. If you're over on TikTok, if you're also on the other YouTube stream, appreciate you for stopping on by. I really do. Shout out to each and every one of you. Who is on your Philly sports Mount Rushmore in 2025 in regards to the current players? That is the question I have. Pitch is taken for a ball. Cameron Misner is up. He's a left-handed hitter. Takes the 1-0 on the outside corner at 98 miles per hour. Brewers just took a 4-0 lead against the Astros. A 2-run double by Rhys Hoskins and a 2-run homer by Jake Bauers. The windup in the pitch. Another foul ball. '91 likes. If you are enjoying yourself, please hit the like button. Let's go. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout by Zack. It's his 5th of the ball game. I think he wanted some revenge after that 2-run homer that he gave up. That thing came at 97. Just giving it his all. And now bring up Junior Caminero. The windup and the pitch. There's a 96 mile per hour heater in there for a strike. The ball is 1 strike to Caminero. 1 for 1. He is on the day. 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Rangers lead 1-0 out in Boston. They're in the top of the 4th. There's a runner on over at second. 0-2 pitch. That's fouled away. Nationals won against the Guardians. Beat them by a score of 10-9 in Game 1 of their day-night doubleheader. 10-9 was the final score. The pitch, and there's a fly ball hit out over towards left field. Kepler comes jogging on in, stops and makes the catch right by his waist for out number 3. Yandy Diaz hits a 2-run homer, and the Rays are back in business, but the Phillies still lead it by 1. 3-2, Philadelphia. It's time now for On This Day in Phillies History. Okay. Today is May 6th. It is May 6th. In 1966, listen to this. Phillies were tied 3-3 in the 11th inning. Roger Craig on the Phillies yields 4 runs to the Pirates. The offense then scores 5 in the bottom of the inning for the win on 6 singles. The 9-run 11th sets a post-1900 National League record at the time. And then in 1974 on this day, the smallest crowd in Veterans Stadium history. Guess how many people were there? Phillies lost the game 7-6 against the San Diego Padres. How many people do you think were at that game? How many people do you think were at that game in 1974? Was the smallest crowd in Veterans Stadium history? Phillies lead at 3-2. We're going to the top of the 5th. Wheeler, 5 strikeouts, 4 innings, 3 hits, 2 earned runs, 47 pitches. 1,500. It's more than that. 10K, less than that. 4,149 were in attendance in that game. The pitch. There's a ground ball base hit out over to left field, and Brandon Marsh gets on with an opposite field single. 4,149. That was the smallest crowd in Veterans Stadium history, and it happened on this day in 1974. So an opposite field single puts Brandon Marsh on, and now Bryson Stott's coming up to the plate. The pitching coach is going to go talk to Drew Rasmussen, Ben Rortvet, and the second baseman, or the shortstop, Walls. There's some action going on in the Rays bullpen. Rasmussen has 82 pitches. Home plate umpire Lance Barksdale is going to go break up the conversation. Thanks, now I'm sad, JJ. What are you sad about? Brent Cooker? You mean Rooker? Cooker. Pitch to Stott. He pops this one up. It's head out over towards foul territory. And it's out of play. Stott's in the box. 4 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the toss bat to first is not in time. The ball is 1 strike. The pitch to Stott. There's a fly ball. It's hit out over towards straightaway center field. It's carrying. It's going back over towards the warning track, and it's caught right at the waist by Meisner. He had to turn around and catch it right by his belt, and he was just able to track it down. Wind was blowing it a little bit back further, and Rasmussen was there at the right time to make the grab. That thing went 400 feet. If it was hit towards any other part of the ballpark, it probably would have been out. Now it's Trey. Takes down for ball 1. Turner's average is at 295. That's what it was last year. 1-0 pitch, and Turner, it's a high bouncer over to shortstop. The backhand flip over the second. What was that? That goes over the second baseman's head, and low as he goes on the outfield grass, able to field it, but it's an infield single. I guess that's what they're going to call it from Taylor Walls. He tried to glove flip it with his backhand. A backhand glove flick it over to second base. And that thing went above Wells' head. Or the second baseman's head, I should say. There was no chance that he was going to be able to get over to it. And so that's going to be it for Rasmussen. They're going to call it a fielder's choice ground out. But Turner is aboard. Pitch and change. As Montgomery's going to come on in. And they'll be facing Bryce Harper. All right. That's why they had all those promos back then. I didn't know this too, but John Kruk on this day also had a bachelor party. And I don't know if you guys who have been tuning into the Phillies for a while knew about this, but Darren Dalton and Lenny Dykstra got hurt when Lenny drove his car into a tree after the bachelor party was over. Did you guys hear about that story? Did you guys know about that? Also, by the way, happy birthday to Larry Anderson. Shout out to L.A., dude. L.A. Happy birthday to L.A. I know I'm a little bit all over the place, but L.A. is, 72 years old on this day. 72. Larry Anderson, 72. I don't know, look up the story. But that's what I have. Pitch. That's in there for a strike. Larry Anderson, the coach. That's Larry Boa. It was driving. Yeah. He actually drove his car into 2 trees. The ball is 2 strikes to Bryce Harper in the top of the 5th with 1 out. The pitch to Bryce, and he just taps it foul. Yes. When did he become LA? That's what his initials have been. I mean, those are... People started calling him that. I don't know. Are you thinking of Larry Brown or Larry Boa? Oh, Larry Brown, Sixers head coach. 0-2 is the count. Oh, 2 pitch to Harper. It's down and away for a ball. Harper today 0 for 2. Charge! 1-2 to Bryce. Swinging a line drive caught at second base. The throw at the short is in time, and Marsh tried to dive back in there, and that's going to go down as a 4-6 double play. It was just dancing off the bag over at second. It was hit sharply over to low. That was just it's just unfortunate there. Bad luck. And we're going to the bottom of the 5th. So the Phillies leave 2 guys on, and they still lead it by 1. Don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe as well. By the way, Freddie Freeman is on an 11-game hitting streak. Marsh, I don't think Marsh could have done anything there. By the way, Judge just also with his 12th homer of the season, too. Let's take a look at some NBA scores, shall we? Cavs are beating the Pacers 61-50. Warriors and T-Wolves start at 9:30. And for the NHL playoffs, Capitals lead at 1-0 against the Hurricanes in Game 1 of the second round. And the Golden Knights play at 9:30 and are going to host the Edmonton Oilers. Should be a good matchup, too. We got 180 people tuning on in, tapping in with us live. Appreciate you all being on here. We got 97 likes. We didn't even get to 100 yet. Come on, folks. Let's go. Let's go. Text on into the JJ hotline anytime. By the way, as we go to the bottom of the fifth. Wheeler's going to pitch again to Travis Jankowski, and the pitch is taken inside for a ball. Folks, I'm doing a live Q&A on Friday. I posted it in my community tab. If you guys have any questions that you want to ask me, write it over there or text on into the hotline. If you post it on here, I probably won't remember it. So text on into the hotline, 610-314-0844, or go back to the community post. I can post, if one of my mods could find that link and just post it, I would appreciate that. 1 ball, 1 strike. And Wheeler kicks and delivers, and there's a foul ball. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. And Jankowski strikes out. And that's the 6th strikeout from Zack Wheeler. Zack has struck out 3 of the last 4 batters that he has faced. Ohtani just homered, and he hit 1. Jeez, where did that go? Pitch is in there for a strike. That was a no-doubter. 0-1 pitch. It's up high. It's a 4-seamer at 96 miles per hour. Thanks, Hardcore. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Shout out to Hardcore. There's my Q&A. If you guys have any questions that you want to ask me, I'm going to start doing Q&As each week. If you want to ask about Philly sports, if you want to ask about broadcasting, the career, anything, I'll do a live Q&A. 2 balls, 1 strike. Wheeler kicks, delivers, throws a cutter. It's at 91 miles per hour, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch from Zack. Another foul ball. Wheeler's gone to the 4-seamer 58% of the time tonight. And he's mixed in the cutter, the splitter, the curveball, and the sinker. 2-2 pitch. That's outside for ball 3. Did we get to 100 likes yet, folks? We got to get to 200. Got to get to 200. Are we halfway there? We are. All right, come on. Let's keep it going. Got to get to 200 likes. 3-2 pitch. And that is fouled away. Three-two pitch, swing and a miss. Another strikeout by Wheels. He's flying high, 7 strikeouts. And 2 gone in the bottom of the 5th. It's been a strikeout machine over these last couple of innings. It's great. The pitch. That's low for ball 1. Keep those likes coming and keep those subscribers coming as well. Where are the chairs? Come on. 1-0 pitch. There's a fly ball hit out over towards the left field. It's hooking into foul ground, and Kepler is going to make the catch right on the line for out number 3. Time to go to the 6th. It's 3-2 Philadelphia. Schwarber, Casti, and Kepler coming on up for the Phils. Looks like Jem's back on the menu. What's up, Hot Corner? What's up, chat? How's chat doing? What's up, chat? If you love the Phillies, spam those emotes, man. Come on. This is our inning to wake up. our inning to wake up and to rise and shine, baby. Let's get some runs here. Let's get those runs. Woo! Let's go. I'm ready. I'm so ready. It is 8:30. It does not feel like it's 8:30. It feels like it's 6:30. I don't know why. It just does. Got 198 people tuning on in. Guys, take this time to hit the thumbs up button. Let's try to get to 200 likes. All right, let's get to 200. All right, all you got to do, really, is just press one button. And that's the thumbs up icon. That's it. That's it. That's all you got to do. We're going to the top of the 6th. Schwarber, Casty, and Kepler are due up. Only Bond starter, only member of the Rays fan club. It's not bad. Eric Orzi is going to pitch. He has a .87 ERA in 10 innings. He's been very strong. 6 strikeouts, 4 walks allowed. Here comes Schwarber. Kyle at the plate, and the first pitch he takes is inside for ball 1. Bunch says, I don't care whatsoever. Kidding, but I respect being with your team in good times and bad. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 1-0 pitch, and Schwarber takes a changeup right down the middle for strike 1. Three seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 1-1 to Schwarber, swing and a miss. He got a four-seamer at 94. Come on, chat. Let's go. Let's go. Charge! Lefties are hitting just 250 off of Orzi in 24 at-bats. Here's the 1-2 to Kyle. And he hits this one on a hop over to first. And Aranda has it and tags the bag for out number 1. So here comes Nick Castellanos to the plate. Pitch to Nick. High for a ball. I think I gotta change that Schwarber emote. 1 ball, no strikes. Orzi kicks and delivers. It's outside for ball 2. Rasmussen pitched. He was the starting pitcher tonight. Phillies got to him pretty early. The windup and the pitch. Another foul ball. The Rangers, they put up 6 runs on 10 hits against the Red Sox. And they're only in the bottom of the 4th. 2 balls, 1 strike. Orzi kicks and fires. And it's another foul ball. Phillies today 1 for 5 with runners at second or third. Only left 3 guys on base, though. Castellanos in the box, and here comes the 2-2. They try to appeal. Did he go? They say he did not at first base. The Yankees, who are 19-16, they're in a dogfight with the Red Sox, the Rays, the Blue Jays, and the Orioles. Orioles are just 5 games behind the Yankees. Rays are 2.5. They're tied with the Blue Jays. And the Red Sox are 1.5 games behind New York. 3-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. A fastball right down the pipe. And Castellanos can't catch up to it and goes back to the dugout, shaking his head. Timing was very off. And Max Kepler is coming up. First pitch to Max. He pops it up. It's hit out over towards shallow left field. Caballero is there, and he just makes the catch. Wow, he turned over the shoulder and almost overran the route. But he was able to catch it right by his hat. And that is going to do it as we go to the bottom of the 6th. It is 3-2 Phils. Be right back. Don't go anywhere. What's this? Weird. All right. Hi, everybody. I'm happy to see you guys. Had a weird day today, but I'm really happy to be on here. Phillies do lead to 3-2. We're going into the bottom of the 6th inning. Who will be leading it off, JJ? Great question. It's Simpson. Top of the order, due on up. And Wheeler kicks, delivers, and the first pitch misses inside and low. Now, personally, I know that Zach has 62 pitches, but this is the time where you start getting somebody warmed up in the pen. 1-0 pitch. There's a grounder hit back over towards the right side of the mound. Wheeler has it. He throws it over to first underhanded. It's in time for out number 1. Amigos, Sixers, Rays, Lightning, but identify as Philly fan for life, says Bonge. You support the Phillies, though. The Phillies are your second favorite team. Didn't you just tell me that you were trying to get more into baseball this year? Wasn't that something that you were telling me? 1 out. And here's the pitch, and it's outside. Or was that somebody else? There were a couple people that were tuning on into the Sixers stuff that were like, yeah, I'll check you out for your baseball stuff. I'm trying to get more into it. And I thought you were one of those guys. Here's the 1-0. It's down for ball 2. Phillies are second. Of course. I did too every Tuesday for some reason, JJ. The 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Bond says, yeah, that was me. Yeah, you were one of them. There were a couple more. I can't think of them right now. I remember you were one. 2-1. That's a perfect pitch. That catches the outer third of the plate for strike 2. We got 204 people tuning on in. Nice. Very cool. Wheeler kicks, fires. Here is the pitch. It's down for ball 3. It was a good try. And curveball had a lot of life to it. Just was a little bit low. Payoff pitch. In there for a called strike 3. He froze him up. And Lowe heads back to the dugout, shaking his head. He thought maybe he was going to go with a curveball again. He was like, nope, just going to get you with a fastball. It was a guessing game, and it didn't work. Here's the pitch. It's a sweeper. That catches the knees for a strike. Marlins and Dodgers tied 3-3 now. Here's Yandy Diaz, who had a 2-run homer in his last at-bat. And foul tips the pitch into the glove for strike 2. Also sort of slipped up on the swing, and he's hobbling a little bit. Has to step on out of the batter's box. I didn't watch any baseball between 1998 and 2020, and then I found JJ. It changed my interest. Appreciate you guys. Means a lot. Trainer's going to go out there, as well as Kevin Cash, just to check up on Diaz. Hopefully he's okay. He just slipped up when he was swinging at that and just sort of lost his footing. It's on that back right foot. Now, if he doesn't finish the at-bat here, if they bring in a new hitter, it still counts as Diaz's at-bat. And they are going to take Diaz out. So Diaz is going to come on out, and we will see who will finish his at-bat here. When he was swinging, his right foot just sort of slipped. So it's no balls and 2 strikes. There are 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the 6th. They're looking into the dugout. So they're going to have a pinch hitter come on in with 2 strikes. So 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. It's still no balls and 2 strikes to Yandy Diaz, but he's going to be replaced with a pinch hitter. Who will the pinch hitter be? That's a great question. Can't tell if Wheeler's warming up here or if this is going to be actual pitch. It will be. Christopher Morel is up. The 0-2 pitch to Morel, up high for a ball. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. Zack kicks and fires, and Morel pops this one up to that over towards shallow center field. Marsh drips on in, makes the catch, and the inning is over. And so we're going to the top of the 7th. It is still 3-2. Phillies lead it. Max Coverage TV, baby. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Make sure that y'all go subscribe to my man Max. That's my guy. Welcome on in. He covers those Yankees and does an awesome job. Let's get to 200 likes, baby! Let's go. Had to rock the powder blue today, you know what I'm saying? Had to rock that powder blue. Feels kind of nice. Boo, Yankees suck, says Bunch. Wheeler's at 73 pitches. He could go 8 innings. He could. He should. But would he? Yeah. But yeah, shout out to my man Max. That's my guy. That's my guy. Bond says we're taking the division. So, Zack Wheeler outduels Drew Rasmussen. His night was done after about 4 1/3. Gave up 5 hits, 3 earned runs, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts. We got 213 people tuning on in. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. JT will be leading off the inning. The good news is that he's not able to ground on into a double play. The pitch to JT, and he fouls it away. Thought that was kind of funny. That's so sad. He can't ground into a double play. He's grounded into 2 tonight. Come on, JT. Here's the 0-1, swing and a miss. Thing was in the dirt. Camille Manuel says, I was just about to say that. I took the words right out of your mouth. Just like meatloaf. Anybody get the reference there? 0-2. That's down for a ball. It's a great song. Scott! What's up, Scott? How are you, Scott? Good day, mate. 1-2. There's a foul ball. Was that good? Give me a on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 being absolutely horrendous, 10 being great. How was that on a scale of 1 to 10? Five seconds left on the pitch clock to JT Realmuto. The 1-2 is up high. Two balls, 2 strikes to JT. And the windup and the pitch. Low and outside. Maybe he'll ground into a triple play somehow. They're gonna bat around and they're gonna have bases loaded with nobody out. 3-2 pitch, and that should have been called a strike 3, but it's called ball 4. Wow. Orzy is laughing. It's like, how did I not get the call there? That was a strike on the upper third of the zone, but we will take it. to lead off walk in the top of the 7th. The pitch. There's a foul ball. The ball is 1 strike. Toss bat to first. Safe. Now he can at least be involved in the double play. Wow, that's very optimistic. Love that. Other Scott's here. What's up, Scott Superman? 0-1 pitch, and that's up high for a ball. Got 227 people tuning on in. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel as well. One. That's high for ball 2. Two-one pitch. There's a fly ball hit out over towards right field, over towards the line, and the right fielder Jankowski will make the catch over towards the line for out number 1. Bohm says, "Hi, JT," and JT says, "Bye," as he's out. It's like, we'll see you in the dugout after this. The pitch. Here it is. It's inside for ball 1. One-oh pitch is way up high to throw the second base to get JT. He is out. What a throw by Rortvat. And a good swipe as well by the second baseman Lowe. Pitch was up high, and he just threw it in stride over to second, and Walls actually was the one who made the tag on JT. Got him right on the back number. 2-0 pitch, up high and away for ball 3. Three balls, 1 strike. Three-one pitch. There's a fly ball hit out over towards left field, and that is a foul ball. There's not a lot of room out there from fair to foul territory, but that thing just bounced foul. Somebody just said this game is melatonin. It's 3 balls, 2 strikes. Three-two, fouled away again. 3-2 pitch. High again for ball 4. And so Marsh does get on with a walk. This is a fun one for me, at least, this bunch. I'm happy you're having fun, man. We got 245 people tuning on in. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel as well, folks. So time is called, and they're going to have a conversation over on the mound. Let's try to get to 200 thumbs ups. Let's get to 200 likes. Keep subscribing to the channel, too, if you haven't done so already. Got 134 likes. We need 66 more to get us to 200. Let's keep it going. If you're over on TikTok, on Twitch, or on the other platforms, hello, and welcome aboard to Play by Play with JJ, where we go on for every Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game. On Friday, I'm going to be doing a live Q&A. If you guys have any questions, text the JJ hotline. 610-314-0844 is the phone number. You can text in your questions on there, and I will read them all on Friday. Mason Englert is warming up in the bullpen for Tampa Bay. Marsh leads off over at first. Stott's in the box. And the first pitch is just high from Orzi. So it's 2 balls, no strikes. Guess they called a pitch clock violation on the first pitch. Toss back over to first is not in time. No, we missed the first pitch. Huh. Well, JT should have been out on that strike, so it kind of evens out. 2-0 pitch, and there's a called strike to Bryson. Jumbo Troll. Two-one pitch, and that's outside for ball 3. Stott's batting .333 with runners on base. Here's the 3-1 pitch, and Stott's going to pop this one up in foul ground, but it'll head on into the seats. Want to leave JJ a voicemail? Oh, I gotta change the spelling of that. That's not how you spell voicemail. I get that joke, Jade. That's funny. That's funny, Joe. Joe, you're funny. 3-2 pitch. There's a grounder hit over to shortstop, and the throw over to first is going to be a little bit off the line, but Aranda tags out Stott. It was thrown over to Aranda's left. And so we're going to the bottom of the 7th. It is 3-2 Philadelphia. All right. It's trivia time, baby. I'm going to ask you a Phillies trivia question, and if you get it right, you will hear this. If you get it wrong, you will hear this. All right. And you got 15 seconds to answer. 15 seconds. Okay? What year, okay, what year did Veterans Stadium open? 15 seconds. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What year did Veterans Stadium open? 1971. That is correct. Very good. Mark said 73. Jane said 49. Midnight Mickey said 71. That is all correct. 71. Yes. Yes. Bonja raised his first one. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Larry said I only needed 2 seconds. Like that. 1971. Laurie said 71. Good. Do you guys remember when it opened? Did you guys see it open? Or no? Bruce said 69. Nope. 1971. We're in the bottom of the 7th. In the pitch. There's a foul ball. Nice job, Search. I put 61 by accident. That is... He typed it. He typed it. The ball is 1 strike. Aranda in the box. Wheeler still pitching. The 0-1 misses inside. Before I breathe the air. 75 was your first time. Yes, I do know that. 1-1. That's a down for ball 2. Two one. It's taken on the outside corner for a strike. Where's the light button? I have none in my phone. So if you... It should be right below the screen. 2-2 pitch. There's a ground ball base hit out to right field. The tying run is aboard. And Aranda gets on with a leadoff single. Better get somebody warmed up in the pen. Began on the warm summer day. It opened a few years before I was born, but I grew up in the 80s with Mike Schmidt at the vet. Lori says I was 3. I became a fan in 79. Just knew the answer to this one. That was good. I like that. The ball is 1 strike to Cameron Misner. There's the 0-1. There's a foul ball. If you X out of the app, I don't know if you have the phone horizontal, but if you click on the video, right below the timestamp, you should see a thumbs up button or a thumbs down button. The ball is 2 strikes. Eisner in the box, and the 0-2 pitch. Fly ball, foul ball, and out of play it goes. I was having a senior moment. You guys are funny. Try to X out of the app and come back, but do it after the inning, obviously. Here's the 0-2, and that's outside for a ball. This is Meisner who's up to bat. He's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts today. Can Wheeler get him again? The 1-2 pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. A hat trick of strikeouts for Meisner. And the 9th strikeout of the game by Zack Wheeler. It's been a bad day for Cameron Meisner. So he went digging after a pitch that ended up going down. One out, bottom of the 7th. And the pitch. There's a ground ball hit over to third. The throw to second. There's 1. The throw to first. 2. A double play. Caminero goes around the horn, and we go to the top of the 8th inning, 3-2 Philadelphia. Turner, Harper, and Schwarber all due up to bats. Let's go! Hit those thumbs up buttons, folks! It's free! If you love the Phillies, like and spread the word. And hit the subscribe button as well, folks. As I mentioned, it's free. Woo! Yes. It's getting hot. Fuego! Fuego! Let's go. I'm in the twilight zone. So many people older than me on here, yet people too young to use a smartphone. This is Joe. Joe, you're the man. It's great. That was a well-turned double play. That was a nice play for sure. After the game, we got a post-game show. Make sure that you stay on for that. We'll be taking some phone calls on Discord, and we will also be taking voicemails and phone calls on the hotline. You can also text the hotline. JJ, I don't like to call into the show. I want to text you. That's fine. 610-314-0844. I want to hear your thoughts on this Phillies team. It's free, and JJ's doing it. He's doing it. He's doing it live. We're doing it. It never gets old. Never gets old. It's got to be like one of the best, that's like one of the most iconic moments. I'm sorry. In news. The pitch is up high for a ball. We're doing it live. 1-0 pitch to Trey. Line drive. Hit out towards center field. Over the head of the second baseman. And Turner gets on with a leadoff single. Just able to flare it over the head as Lowe tried to leap up. If he was a couple of inches taller, he may have caught that. But Turner put it in a very good spot. And Bryce Harper is coming up to the dish. Harper with white batting gloves. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. Angler is pitching, by the way. The toss back over to first. And Turner doesn't even dive back in there. Mason Angler with a 4.24 ERA. Let's go, folks. Charge! First pitch, and Harper takes it all the way. He dropped the bat, and it was a strike all the way. Harper lined into a double play, flied out, and struck out. Turner leads off at first. 0-1 is the count. Angler kicks and delivers, and it's outside for ball one. We are 51 likes away from 200. We're actually 48 now. Subscribe to the channel too. It's free. Here's the 1-1 to Bryce. Ground ball, base hit into right field. They were playing him the pull, and Jankowski gets over to it. Harper just found a little bit of daylight, and Turner stops at second base. And so here comes Kyle Schwarber to the plate. Rally time for those fighting Phillies. Here comes Schwarber into the batter's box. The first pitch to Kyle, outside for a ball. Here's the 1-0, and it's inside and down for ball 2. Englert is in trouble. There's 2 runners on, nobody out. And the count is 2-0 to Schwarber. And Kyle's going to be granted a timeout. Schwarber's just 0 for 1 against Englert with a walk. Here's the 2-0 pitch to Kyle. That's a strike at the kneecaps. Two balls, 1 strike to Schwarber. And here's the pitch to Schwarber. And he just gets a piece of it and fouls it out of play. Schwarber just batting .216 with runners in scoring position, in case you did not know. He has 6 extra base hits, including a triple, 2 doubles, and 3 homers. And Englert's going to get a new baseball. Schwarber's out of the box again. Englert's like, can I get a new ball? And the home plate umpire underhand tosses it over to him. And they're going to call a pitch clock violation. They call a pitch clock violation, and now it's 3 balls, 2 strikes. Oh, nope. They took it off. He said, my bad, my bad. He was asking for a new ball right before he called for time first. Now it resets. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 second left on the pitch clock. Here's the 2-2, and Schwarber fouls it away, and it goes out of play. Got 268 people tuning on in. Let's go. Hit the like and subscribe button, baby. Still nobody out. And 2 runners on. The 2-2 to Schwarber, down for ball 3. Took the changeup in the dirt. A huge payoff pitch from Englert, and he'll be granted time. Just feels like it's the 9th. Cassie's up next. The pitch of the ball game coming on up. Does Kyle have one in him? 3-2 pitch, fly ball hit out over towards right field, and that is going to drop in for a base hit. The right fielder Jankowski tried to dive for it. He trapped it in front of him. Turner's rounding third. He'll come on in the score, and Bryce Harper stops at second. It's 4-2 on an RBI single by Kyle Schwarber. Put the ball in a good spot. Got a hanger right down the middle. Didn't want to crush it. And just hit it right in front of Jankowski. Three singles in a row. Let's go! There is first time called on the mound, and the home plate umpire is going to go break up the conversation as the pitching coach was out there for a couple of seconds. So Schwarber won the battle against Englert. He's over at first. Harper's over at second. Turner scored 3 singles in a row by the Phillies as we start off the top of the 8th. And Nick Castellanos, the next man up. They pass the baton to him. Can he come through? He has a red bat with a black handle. First pitch. It's in the dirt at 89 miles per hour. Didn't have a lot of break to it. The 1-0 to Casty, swing and a foul ball off of the catcher. You tried everything, no like button. Can one of my people help him out? Can one of my mods help him out? One ball, one strike to Castellanos. Englert thought about throwing home and decided to look back at second. Phillies are distracting him. The 1-1 offering to Casty. There's a fly ball hit out over towards deep right center field. That's going back towards the track. And the Phillies have opened the floodgates. Nick Castellanos with a 3-run shot out to right, and the Phillies have a 5 spot. That's the ticket. Phillies lead it 7-2. Casty goes yard for the 4th time this year. And Max Kepler's up next. Here's the pitch. A foul ball over towards the first base side. No balls, 2 strikes to Max Kepler. So for 1, he walked, and he got hit by a pitch as well. $289 people tuning on in. Here's the 0-2. It's a check swing foul ball. Under 64 likes. We have on 289 people rocking with us. Come on, man. Let's go. 0-2 to Kepler. And that was a defensive swing as the pitch was just a little bit high. Kepler gets a piece of it. It ain't over. I need to see this bullpen. It ain't over. But it's looking good. I need this bullpen to be good. 0-2 pitch. Up high and outside for ball 1. Still nobody out, by the way. Come on, Shadow Watchers, what are you doing? Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, folks. It's 1-2 to Kepler. Here's the pitch, and he takes it inside for ball 2. Charge! The pitch to Kepler, swing and a miss. And there's the first out of the inning. It's not good for Englert's ERA. Nope. Nice swing by Casty. JT 0 for 2 with 2 double plays. Also walked. Should have been a strikeout. Ended up getting caught stealing anyways. Pitch. It's taken high. And outside for a ball. Engler's still pitching the 1-0. A little bit more outside than the previous pitch. For ball 2. 2-0 pitch to JT. Fly ball hit out over towards deep center field. That's a little bit trouble, but it's actually going to be knocked down as the catch is made right by the wall by Meisner. That thing was carrying, and that was hit pretty sharply. Shadow Watchers, Phillies are the favorite team of Ring Wraths. Shadow Watchers are basically people that are not commenting, people that are not liking, they're just here. That's what I mean by Shadow Watchers. The pitch to Bohm, ground ball, base hit into center field, gets right on by the 6-4 spot. And Alec gets on with a 2-out single. Bonds with a membership. Thank you, my friend. Memberships are $2.99 a month, folks. And also, you're more than welcome to hit the super chat button as well. Bonds, you're the man, dude. Appreciate you. 2 gone, and Brandon Marsh is up next. He's 1 for 2 tonight. And the first pitch he sees, swing and a miss. Lurkers, says PJ. Yes, that's true. I guess that's a good way to put it. They're not human entities. 0-1 is the count to Brandon Marsh. And the windup in the pitch. That's a 5 for a ball. I knew it. Michael, I had a gut feeling you were going to say Shadow. I had a gut feeling you were going to. I actually did. I thought that you were going to say, you know what, that's sort of like a ghost runner or a zombie runner. I'm so good at predicting you guys. I am. I feel like I can tell what you guys are going to say sometimes. 1-1, that's high for a ball. Shadow Watchers equal leeches. Love chat. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Marsh, and he chops it foul. Brandon today is 1 for 2. Just came back from the IL on Saturday. Ryan Kirkering is warming up in the Phillies bullpen. Come on, rats. Rats. 2-2 pitch. That's in there for a called strike 3 to Brandon Marsh. We're going to the bottom of the 8th. Phillies lead it by 5 thanks to a 3-run homer from Nick Castellanos. When they're bad, you call them the Rats. They're playing like rats. That's awful. You know, if Skip Bayless covered baseball, he might call them that. The Rats, the Tampa Bay Rats. Calls LeBron LeBrick James. Yeah. The Rats, the Tampa Bay Rats. The Tampa Bay Devil Rats. Bonds just walked into a glass door. Yeah, yeah, not only that, but it was plexiglass. It was. He didn't realize it. And then he tried to break it, but no, it's plexiglass. You can't break it, dude. Devil Rats. When the Phils play badly, they're the filthies. Yeah. What's the deal with Kirkering this year? I'm happy that you asked this. Ricky Bottalico said something very interesting today on the afternoon show on 97.5 The Fanatic. I was listening, as I was doing deliveries today for Uber Eats, I was listening to the afternoon show and also listening to Spike, Ike, and Fritz on WIP. And Ricky said on 97.5, they said that he's been working more. Caleb Cotham has wanted to work with him more on his sweeper and have him throw that type of a pitch more than the slider. And that's why he's given up a lot more homers. If you've looked and seen how many home run balls he's given up 2, but there's been a lot more damage against that sweeper because they thought that could be something that they worked on. So he's throwing that pitch more than the slider. I'm sorry. If that's not broke, the slider, and it was working last year, why would you change that? Don't change the mechanics. And that's what Caleb Cotham was doing, and Ricky Bottalico talked about that today. And I thought that was a really interesting point. Because then it gets into your head. Here's the pitch. It's a 98-mile-per-hour fastball in there for strike one from Orion Kirkering. Kirkering gets hit at the belt. Here's a sweeper that he throws. It's down and in the dirt for a ball. Not saying that he shouldn't throw the sweeper at all, but you need to throw the slider more. There's another sweeper that misses outside for a ball, too. Two one. That four-seamer just misses down and away. I would have had Wheeler pitch one more inning. Why would you do this? The 3-1 misses just barely inside for ball 4. Just keep it clean. Don't curse in the chat. I agree with you, Scott. There's a runner on over at first, and Rortvedt is up. And he takes the first pitch he sees at 98, painted perfectly on the outside corner for strike one. Ben with all rats. No. 0-1 offering. It's popped up. Hits it out over towards foul ground. And it slices out of play. 245 people tuning on in. Hit the thumbs up button and subscribe. Let's get to 5650 subs. We were trying to get to 6,000. The 0-2. And Rortvedt stays alive. Orion's ERA is at a 4.85. Here's the 0-2. And he throws the sweeper. And it's in the dirt for a ball. By the way, the Guardians are spanking the Nationals today. They lost 10-9 in the first game of the doubleheader, but they're up 9-1 in the top of the ninth. The pitch on the way. Ground ball, base hit into right field. Stopping at second base is going to be Jankowski. And Rortvedt gets on with a single. Actually, Jankowski did run on over to third. I didn't see him go to third, but he did. Headed in a good spot. And Taylor Walls is coming on up to the plate. Wasn't really a bad pitch. The windup, here it is. Foul ball. Was that a sweeper too that he threw on the hanger? Just out of curiosity, I didn't think it was a bad pitch. Oh, 1 delivery, swing and a miss. That was a nice fastball, just above the zone. 0-2 delivery. Another foul ball. This bullpen, I told you. I don't know why Wheeler doesn't go another inning. Don't know why. This is where the manager deserves blame. 0-2 pitch, another foul ball again. This is where I need a beer, says Ryan. You just worked, my friend. This is what you got yourself into. 0-2 pitch. Does he get the call? He does not. That sweeper just missed inside. According to Lance Barksdale, that was a ump's call. The 1-2 pitch. That's inside a little bit more. That time, Kerkering went with a fastball, and he went a little bit more up with it. Two-two pitch on the outside corner. Called strike 3. And the sweeper was located perfectly there. And 1 out. That was a big out. And we'll flip the lineup card back to the top of the batting order. Got 235 people tuning on in. Kerkering comes set and fires. And it's outside. Chandler is 0 for 3. He's grounded out all 3 times. And he stares at the sweeper that catches the outer part of the dish. One, and that's sliced out to left field, and Kepler slides and makes the catch. The throw is going to be drawn over towards home plate. It's cut off by Bohm. It is an RBI sac fly, but Max Kepler saves a base hit. It is a 4-run game, though. But a nice play by Max Kepler. That was a bang-bang play all around. Thing was ready to bloop on down, and Kepler was able to slide, make the catch, get back up, and throw it in stride towards home. It wasn't the best throw, and Bohm did cut it off. Runner still over at first. And Kerkering throws a sweeper that misses off the plate. That's Brandon Lowe up. And Lowe takes it outside. The 2-0 pitch. That sweeper was dancing in the zone and caught the lower tier. Daniel, what's up, man? 2-1 pitch. There's a fly ball hit out over towards center field. Marsh doesn't even have to move, and he's there to make the catch. He said, "Come to Papa." And Lowe is retired. The Rays do get a run off of Orion Kerkering. It is 7-3 as we go to the final frame, the 9th inning. Phillies lead it by 4. Let's go. Love the sound effects. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. I appreciate it. Folks, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. Hopefully you're all having yourselves a very fantastic day. I go on for every Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game. We do live play-by-plays. We do it old school radio style, but obviously we interact with you guys too. And it's really awesome. So if you guys like that, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Don't miss out on any of our content. We also do Sunday Night Baseball. I graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022. And I'm very lucky I'm pursuing this passion. I started this channel 3 years ago. We've been grinding. We've been working really hard. And we hope that you guys enjoy this. Because I do. And I hope that you guys do as well. You guys deserve to have good things. You know? You deserve to have a very good community. You deserve to have good play-by-play, and I want you guys to get what you deserve. I've always have believed in that. Cable's expensive, right? And not only that, but we have people that can't even just get access to the TV, and we want to be able to give you a good description on what's going on, and we want to give you a very good community as well. And I hope that I provide that every single night. But yeah, like, subscribe, share the stream with people, of course, and spread the word. That's all I ask. We're going to the top of the ninth. Phillies lead at 7-3. They had 3 homers today, including one by Schwarber, another one by Alec Bohm, and another one by Nick Castellanos. 6 runs via the home run ball. They also had an RBI. What am I missing? 3 runs. Oh, they also had an RBI single from Schwarber, too. Here's Stott to lead off the top of the ninth. And he takes the first pitch in there for a strike. Sulser's going to pitch. 0-1 offering, and Stott swings and fouls it off. This is the 5th pitcher that the Rays have gone to tonight. This is Cole Sulser. The only time he pitched was on Saturday, April 12th. He just went 1 inning. He allowed 2 earned runs on 4 hits. He's returning from an injury. 0-2. That's outside and high for a ball. He's 35 years old. The 1-2 pitch to Bryson Stott, and he shoots it foul out to left field. Don't forget, after the game, we got a postgame show too, folks. Let's go Devil Rats. The 1-2 offering, and Stott, it's a fly ball out over towards shallow right center field. Who's going to get it? Jankowski calls off Meisner and makes the catch. Thought maybe they were going to collide with each other, but Jankowski able to call him off and catch it in stride. That's for out number 1. And so that'll bring up Trey Turner to the plate. Question, who's going to pitch the bottom of the ninth? Answer it down below. First pitch to Trey. There's a one-hopper hit over to shortstop, and the throw over to first in plenty of time. 1 pitch, and that's the second out of the inning. And so Turner is going to end his day, most likely 2 for 5. And Bryce Harper is the next victim for Sulser. 1 for 4 he is today. Two gone, top of the ninth. And the pitch to Bryce. And he pops this one up. It's a foul ball. What's up, Joe? Appreciate you for stopping by. Matt Strom is warming up in the Phillies bullpen. Harper's in the batter's box. White batting gloves, a red sleeve, 2 on his right hand, on his right arm. The pitch. And there's a line drive hit out to center field. That's going to drop in for a single as it takes a bounce in front of Meisner. And Bryce Harper gets on with his second hit of the ball game. So 2 straight singles by Bryce. He singled back in the 8th. And also has singled in the 9th. And here comes Kyle Schwarber. Nice swing by Harper. Was able to sit on a breaking ball. And that was one left out hanging. Here's a 94-mile-per-hour pitch that catches the inside corner for strike 1 to Kyle Schwarber. Kyle's going to rest the bat on his shoulders. Harper does lead off over at first. Not too far away from the bag. 0-1 offering is in the dirt. It's a changeup. Hey, I'm back. I wish it was different for the Rays, but I like the way that you talk about these games. What's up, Chris? How are you? What's up, Chris? Here's the 1-1. And that just misses according to Lance Barksdale. A lot of life on that changeup, and it caught the outer third of the edge, but not in the eyes of Lance. The 2-1 offering to Schwarber, way inside. Alex, what's up, Alex? How are you? I'm in so much pain right now watching this team right now, you don't even know. I don't. The 3-1 to Schwarber, and that's a rocket hit over to right field for a base hit. And Harper is going to stop at second, I believe. Nope, he goes over to third. No throw was made, and so there's runners at the corners. Wonder what the exit velo was on that swing by Schwarber. He just drilled one out over to right field, and there was no chance that the first baseman was going to catch that. That thing was smoked. By real name, I mean possibly not completely made up. Nice. My real name is Scott. Really? Here's the pitch to Castellanos. Swing and a miss. That was a changeup that was just a little bit low. Casty had an opposite field 3-run blast his last time up. There's two other Rays fans, Larry. Here's the 0-1 to Casty. There's a line drive base hit out to right field. Harper's going to score, and Schwarber stops at second, and Nick Castellanos with his 4th RBI of the game. 8-3 Philadelphia as the runs keep a-pouring. Well, the offense is coming around. Here comes Max Kepler, and Kepler takes upstairs. One ball, no strikes. The pitch to Kepler, way outside for ball 2. Don't really see a lot of fans filing out of the stadium yet. They're leaving Sulcer out there to pitch. Can't tell if there's anybody warming up in the pen or not. The 2-0 pitch to Kepler, and he fouls it away. It's going to be a long series, says Alex. Alex, I appreciate you for stopping by. Folks, go follow Alex, man. He does an awesome job covering the Rays. And that's my guy. Shout out to Alex. 2-1 pitch. And that is low again. That changeup from Sulcer has just been flat, and it hasn't had a lot of downward movement to it. And when he does throw it some of the time, sometimes it just goes a little bit too far down, and then there's just not a lot of bite. Hitters count, 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 runners on, 2 outs, the pitch, and Kepler got the green light and swings and misses at the fastball. It was right down the middle, too. Of course, man. The payoff pitch to Kepler. And he spoils it. It's a foul ball. Kepler steps back on into the box. 3 hits allowed in this inning by Cole Sulcer, the 35-year-old. And the 3-2 pitch, another foul ball. What a fight here from Max Kepler. Seven pitches in this at-bat, and 3 of them have been fouled off by Max. Kepler's never faced Sulcer before. And here's the 3-2 pitch. It's popped up and skied out towards center field. Meisner's there, makes the catch, and the inning is over. Castellanos drives in another run, though, for the Phillies, and we're going to the bottom of the ninth. Phillies lead it by 5, 8-3, and Morel will lead things off when we return. All right, folks. After the game is done, make sure that you come on in and join the post-game show via Discord or call on into the show. 610-314-0844 is the phone number. You can text the JJ hotline. You can call the JJ hotline, or you can leave a voicemail. And one last thing. Let's get to 200 likes. And let's try to get to 65. Or sorry, what is it? What are we at now? 5625. Let's try to get to 5650 on the subscribers, man. Everyone loves JJ. It's a JJ love fest. I appreciate you guys. I'm not loved by everybody, but, you know, I do appreciate you guys. I do. We have our live Q&A, too, on Friday. If you guys want to come on in for that, that'll be really cool. You can get to know me a little bit more. You can ask me anything Phillies related, Sixers, Eagles, even Flyers, or you can just ask me personal questions. Are they going to use Walker as the closer? That's a great question. I would say no. Tonight they're going to go to Matt Strahm. Strahm's going to pitch the bottom of the ninth. But is Walker going to be a closer one day? I would still say no. Let's go. Well. How many likes do we have? We're at 240 people watching. Did we get to 200 likes? We're close. We're at 190. We need 10 more, baby. 10 more. Come on. 10 more likes to get us to 200. Here's Matt Strahm. He has a 2.63 ERA, left-handed pitcher for the Phillies. This is his 17th game of the season, and he will face Morel here. The first pitch, swing and a miss. And the count is 0-1. Morel came on in with 2 strikes in the at-bat that Diaz had. And Diaz ended up leaving the game and couldn't finish the at-bat. 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Morel's timing is off. The ball's 2 strikes. Strahm gets set at the letters, kicks, fires, and it's outside. Morel's just hitting .239. And he's also 0 for 3 lifetime against Strahm with 2 strikeouts. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. And that's the 3rd time that he has struck out against Matt Strahm. 1 away in the bottom of the 9th. That was a heater. You figured that he was late on the 2 off-speed pitches. Why not whiz a fastball by him? Here comes Jonathan Aranda. He's batting in the cleanup spot and takes a slider wide for ball 1. Come out of the bushes and hit the like button, baby. 1-0 is the count. Strahm kicks, fires, and it's way up high for ball 2. Nine more likes to get us to 200. Aranda's average is at .317. He's been one of the better hitters for the Rays. 2-0 delivery. Inside for ball 3. Well, the good news for the Rays fans is that the Red Sox are losing. They're down 6-1 in the bottom of the 8th. 3-0 pitch. There's a fastball at 91. It's in there for a strike. Yankees, on the other hand, they are leading at 12-3 against the San Diego Padres. 3-1 pitch. Just a hair off the plate. And outside for ball 4. It'd be so great if Strom had a 100-mile-per-hour fastball. I disagree. Just because you have a 100-mile-per-hour fastball doesn't mean everything. You know? Look at Zack Wheeler. I mean, I believe that he could use another pitch, but I don't want him throwing 100. Pitch is in there for a strike. I don't want him to throw his arm out. 0-1 pitch, and it's taken in the dirt for ball 1. Honestly, stop caring about all the other AL East teams because if the Rays can't win, standings don't matter. That's true. That's true. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. They actually tried to appeal to see if he went around, and he did. Says Ryan Addington. Got a postgame show. Come on and give me your thoughts. 610-314-0844 is the phone number. Here's the 1-2 offering. And Strom does not get the call. That painted the upper third of the zone. And Barksdale doesn't even give a signal. Meisner's in the box. He's 0 for 3 tonight. The count is 2-2. Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball into right field for a base hit. And so that's going to put 2 runners on base as Casti will throw it over to second. And runners on it first and second as Meisner finally breaks the ice. Rays, by the way, 1-8 in their last 9 home games. And have a minus 21 run differential. And so Junior Caminero is up. And the first pitch that he takes is in there for strike 1. 0-1 is the count. Nothing in 1 and the pitch, and that's going to get on by JT, and that's going to put 2 runners in scoring position. And that also gets rid of the double play. That was way outside. And they're going to call it, obviously, a wild pitch. It went over towards the right side of JT. And Caleb Cotham, don't usually see this. But he's going to go out there to talk with Strom. I didn't know you could do that. This never happens. This might be the first time that Cotham has gone out there during the middle of an at-bat. I'm not even exaggerating. Not even exaggerating. And that was a good idea to go out there. Can't save your mound visits for tomorrow. Feels like after every game they have 3 more mound visits that they just don't use. Hardcore as a shocked emoji. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Fly ball hit out over towards right center field. And it's hit over towards the track. Castellanos catches it in front of the Republic Bank sign. Tagging up from third and coming in to score is Aranda. And there's a sac fly to make it 8-4 as the Rays get one back. And Meisner did tag up from second. Then he went on over to third. Larry says, I wasn't even sure Cotham was a real person, not a mythical figure. Gotham City. Eight 4 Phils. And the final outs for Tampa. It's Curtis Mead who's going to come on up. He takes outside for a ball. Ruben Amar's making excuses again. Well, that's why you tune on in the play-by-play with JJ. Don't have to hear excuses. 1-0, swing and a miss. Did we get the 200 likes? Did we get there? We're at 201. Great. Thank you all so much. There's the 1-1 pitch. There's a foul ball. Gotham City. Rob is the Joker. You mean the Riddler? Robin. Rob is not Robin. Rob is Robin the Phillies. 1-2. That's funny. Rays down to their final strike. Curtis Mead is in the batter's box. Meisner's at third. Phillies fans on their feet. And the 1-2 pitch. High for ball 2. Rob is the Penguin. The Rats need this. Here's the 2-2 from Strom. He fouls it off and stays alive. Come back on tomorrow night, folks. And come on for the postgame show as well. After the game is done. Two balls, 2 strikes. The windup and the pitch. Another foul ball by Curtis. Strom has 24 pitches in this inning. He's been working hard. The 8th pitch of the at-bat. Here it comes. Just outside. And a good eye by Curtis. Three balls, 2 strikes. Strom gets set at the belt. And the payoff pitch on the inside corner for a called strike 3. Ball game. The Phillies win by a final score of 8-4 and take game 1 of this 3-game set out in Florida. Ring the bell. The Philadelphia Phillies win. All right. Nice. Nice win. I liked what the offense was able to provide for you. We got 5 runs in the 8th and in the 9th combined. I thought that we had a nice day. 13 hits. Zack Wheeler was great. And we're going to break it all down when we return for the postgame show. But a very good win by the Phillies. If you are going to sign off, okay, hit the thumbs up button on your way out and subscribe to the channel. Come back on tomorrow. If you guys want to come on for the postgame show, okay, I will be back in about 3 minutes. And you guys can come on to Discord, or you can call on into the show, 610-314-0844. That is the phone number. I do want to hear your thoughts about the Phillies, because I'm not going to take this lightly today. I thought that the Phillies had a nice day. Thought it was a very good performance by the Phillies, and they brought their A game out there today. Hopefully they can try to go for a sweep here. Win the series tomorrow, but I want nothing less than a sweep. I demand a sweep from this team. We've only gotten one this year, and I'm going to stay locked in. If they can get me a sweep, I'll feel good. But this was a nice win. I'm not trying to diminish this at all. I thought that there were a lot of really nice things. Wheeler pitched well for you tonight. Nick Castellanos had a nice day. Bohm had an opposite field homer. Still don't like the inside-out swing, but that was good. Schwarber, Kyle Schwarber, you got to pay that, man. You do. This guy just hits nukes. He does. And he hits rockets. And it's unbelievable. Kepler continues to be really good at the plate. I know that he had a walk today and didn't really do a lot for you offensively, but I liked his approaches. Thought he had some really good swings. And yeah, you'll hear more of my thoughts when I do come back. Before I do sign off, though, is there anything else that you guys wanted to say? Yeah. All right, cool. All right. Come back on, and I will see you all very, very soon. Don't go anywhere.
Graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on barrel. Get out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
Very nice win today by the Phillies. Welcome on into the postgame show, the Phillies postgame show with your boy JJ. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Appreciate you all so much for being on here. Phillies do beat the Tampa Bay Rays by a final score of 8-4. They had 13 hits today against the Tampa Bay Rays. Zack Wheeler did get his third win of the season. He went 7 innings, had 9 strikeouts, no walks allowed, which was the big thing for me, and 2 earned runs. Drew Rasmussen does get the loss. He's now 1-3 on the season. Before we get into the postgame show, folks, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button as well, and come on and talk to me, all right? I'm going to give you my monologue, and I will tell you what I think went really well today for the Phillies, and we're going to break this game down. And after that, I'm opening up the phone lines. You can either come on to Discord. I see that we got a caller over on Discord. That's my man Alex, and we will get to him in just a little bit, and I'm excited about that. But yeah, so that'll be really cool. But yeah, overall, this was a very good win today by the Phillies. The Phillies, I think that it's safe to say, getting the 20th win of the season is nice, but they're playing better baseball. They are. They still have some things that they have to prove to me. I'm not turning my buzzer around. I'm not turning my chair around and pressing the button like they do on The Voice. I'm not doing that yet, but I am seeing some positive signs from this team. They are scoring runs, which is what I've been asking. That's what we've all been asking. And the funny part is that Bryce Harper, I know that the stats will say that he went 2 for 5 today with 2 runs scored, but he didn't even have a good day today, and the Phillies really are hitting without Bryce. Kyle Schwarber is leading the offense. Castellanos went 3 for 5 today, had 2 runs scored, 4 RBI, including a 3-run homer. This lineup is doing a lot better. Trey Turner's hitting well. Stott did go 0 for 5 today. He's been sort of cooling off a little bit over these last 4 or 5 games, but this team did what I asked them to do. I wanted them to go out there today, set the tone against the Rays, and that's what they did. And they put up 13 hits. They hit very well today with runners in scoring position, and they poured it on when they had to. I thought that they did a nice job of getting to Rasmussen. And, look, this guy has been one of their best pitchers. Thought that he left a couple of pitches out over the middle of the plate, and the Phillies were able to take advantage. 5 hits allowed for him today. But my number one takeaway and my MVP of the game is Zack Wheeler. You ever have wine that you haven't had in like 5 years and it just tastes so good? Zack Wheeler, he's 34 years old, and yet his pitching makes him look like he's 24 years old. It's insane. This guy, you couldn't tell the difference. His fastball, it's not reaching 100 anymore. But for it to reach 96, 97, and for him to just not only locate the pitches well, but also for him to just go with the off-speed pitches that he has, he's still one of the top pitchers in the game. I don't care what anybody says. He's still one of the top pitchers in the game, and this was just, he was just automatic today. He could have went 8 innings and should have went 8 innings. And I still blame Rob for not doing that. And I'm sure that we'll probably hear more about that during the press conference, but he was awesome. He was really good today again. I think Zack Wheeler this year is on a mission, and I would love to see him win his first Cy Young. I would. And this year, I know that the ERA is a little bit up, but overall, he's been pitching a lot better. He has allowed just 2 earned runs or less in all of his last 4 outings, and has just been absolutely great. He hasn't gone, in those outings, he hasn't gone under 6 innings. He's gone 6 or more innings in those outings. And again, 34 years old. He'll be 35 at the end of the month. It's insane. And I could not have asked for a better career here in Philly from Zack Wheeler. This was more than what I expected. And tonight, again, he was just magnificent. Automatic. Locating the pitches in the right spots. He only left 1 hanger to Yandy, and that was it. That was it. Just the opposite field 2-run homer. Thought he did very well today. Castellanos, a double, a 3-run homer, and an RBI single. Thought he made some very good contact with the baseball. And look, the bloop double, I get it. Tried to extend it into from a single into a double. It scored as a double, but still. He's making better contact. And Alec, I'll say this one thing about Bohm. I'm happy that he finally got that first homer out of the way. I demand more. I need more from Alec Bohm. I do. I need more. Now, JT, it is clear that this guy is struggling. This guy has been grounding into a lot of double plays. I think he's a little bit early on some of the fastballs. When I'm watching him hit balls in play, he just gets on top of so many different pitches, and his timing is off. I don't know if he choked up on the bat a little bit more, if that would help, or notice that even last year when he was sort of going through the similar slump, Kevin Long tried to work with him on his front step a little bit more, and that was working, and it sort of looks like he's gone back to his old ways. Not here to tell you that Kevin Long is a great hitting coach, but that was the one thing that I thought was working with JT, was when he was working on that front foot and planning that when he would swing, right before he would swing. And for some reason, he's just sort of gone back to his old ways, and I don't really think that I think that there's definitely a lot of validity to that. So he's grounding into double plays, and then he also gets on with a walk, which should have been a called strike 3 in the 7th, but ends up getting out anyways on a really nice throw by Rortvet. That was a nice play. That was a bang-bang play. I was fine with JT going there. You want to make a statement, and JT was out. But just not a good day from JT, and it's been going on for a little bit of time, and it has to be addressed. What else? Schwarber had a beautiful swing. Again, 2 opposite field homers in 5 days. That's pretty good. When Schwarber's going oppo, and he doesn't usually go oppo a lot, but when he does, that's a sign of very good things. It's not even June yet. It's not even June, and this guy is raking the ball. I love him batting in the cleanup spot. I defended this guy batting in the leadoff spot for a while, but with this specific team, Stott, before the last 5 games, he was doing fine in the leadoff spot. I like Schwarber driving in runs. And I like him protecting Bryce. I didn't think I would like it. I didn't really want that for the long term, but tell you what, it's kind of nice to have protection, So, those are really my thoughts. I was really mad at Rob. Didn't think that Rob managed this game well. I've been really on top of Rob Thompson in a lot of ways. But I thought that this team beat up on a Rays team that sort of is trying to figure out their identity. And I thought that we capitalized and we played good baseball and we were the better team. Now, can they carry this momentum into tomorrow? I think that they can. But they did what they had to do. And I'm not going to get too high. I'm not going to get too low. I've been very high on this team for a while, but I've seen this team stab me in the heart a lot of times. But I can't help but have a little smirk on my face after this. This was a nice win. Now go back out there tomorrow and do it again. And seriously, like that's really all I have to say. I'm happy when there's not a lot of things I have to say because I feel like when it comes to this type of situation, it's usually good. But I will hear your thoughts. I want to go to the Discord lines first, and I want to hear what the people have to say. In the chat, though, if you were to give me a letter grade today on what the Phillies were able to provide you with, what would that letter grade be and why? I'm going to go with a B+. And I'll go with an A-. This was a very good all-around game. I'm not going to be that guy that's like, I'm going to give you tough love. I'll go with an A- today. A-. I think that's a good score. Let's get Alex to come on here first. And by the way, Alex talks about the Rays. He does an awesome job. He has an awesome podcast. We'll make sure that we give him the plugins, too. I actually wanted to get him on sometime during the series. I forgot to reach out to him. But I would love to get this guy on for a podcast, too. Have him talk Rays. Let's get him on. What's up, Alex? What's up, dude?
Well, Jason, do you want me to come on a podcast? Because I can.
Absolutely, you can. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I would love to have you on.
Dude.
What's up, dude?
Yo, it's been a bit. How you been?
I've been doing pretty good, man. How's everything with you?
Man, I am. The Rays are depressing me, but other than that, I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a weird team. You kind of described it as, and you described it well as a team that's trying to find themselves. I feel like they're trying to find themselves while they're also trying to find Steinbrenner, because I know before the season, because we talked with a couple people that are in this Tampa Bay media sphere,
right?
And they said that like when they were doing BP, they would yell Steinbrenner when a ball went a certain distance because they knew that if that went out or if that ball was hit at Steinbrenner, it would be a homer.
Wow.
But it feels like things haven't really translated. I know people said wind is a thing, but like it seems like other teams, like for example the Phillies tonight, have figured out Steinbrenner more than the Rays have. And the Rays have played easily the most home games out of any team in baseball just because of how weird the schedule is and the weather down in Tampa, trying to make sure that everything is as good as it can be in terms of not trying to screw over the fans with bad weather during the summer. It's weird. I don't understand this team at all.
Yeah, they're a very weird team. It's just so bizarre to me how you go from 2020 to this, and things were looking so bright in 2020. Wander, and things were going really well. You obviously still had a Rose Arena, and I never would have thought that this roster would even look like this, even just 5 years afterwards. It's really crazy just to see how different the team is.
No, I agree. Like, it's when you look at the makeup of the team, like, for example, this year the Rays called up Jake Mangum, who I knew because when I worked down in Mississippi, which I worked down in Mississippi for a couple years before I ended up moving to my most recent job, I was down in Starkville, which is where Mississippi State is.
Really?
So I actually talked with Jake for a story because he's a Mississippi State guy.
Huh.
Nicest dude in the world. And like when he got called up, I was so happy because he finally got a shot.
Right.
Like, I don't know if there was any other year except for this year where there would be a situation where he would get called up. Like, Chandler Simpson played, 10 games maybe in AAA, and he already got called up. And he looks like he might be here to stay. Like, there are guys that have gotten called up due to, I think the Rays have, close to like a dozen injuries already this season?
They have a lot.
Like, a bunch of guys that we didn't think, even as you were mentioning, like 2024, 2023, guys like that, there's no way in hell that they would come up. But now, because of the lack of everything that exists, like these sort of guys have to come up. And like they've been fun, but still, I mean, when you're relying on guys like that, you can only do so much.
It's funny to me because even when I was covering the Blue Rocks at the time, you know, I saw Curtis playing out in high A, and I saw even guys like Grant Witherspoon. And it's just crazy because during those times, you know, Bowling Green and obviously the other teams were doing really well. And I thought, man, like this team is, you know, this organization has a really good farm system. They have a lot of talent, and it's like, you know, you look at them now, and there's just so many question marks about where the roster is, and I find it really interesting.
Yeah, and not just that, but like question marks about where the team might be because of the whole. Like the weird thing is so back in March, I had gotten a tip that they had like there was a bid that had been accepted for the team to be sold.
Right.
Now, obviously, that hasn't turned out to be true.
Right.
Or as of right, I mean, maybe it does in the future. But like at that point, I was like, oh crap, maybe they'll actually have, you know, like a place that I can now look forward to seeing. But then once Stu made the decision to just axe the whole St. Pete thing, which is like the 4th or 5th different stadium idea that he's had. Now, like, not only does the team not have an identity, but now, like, we're once again back in the same limbo of, is this team going to stay in the area? Which is like another like the amount of problems that already exist are enough, and then you add this into the mix, which is completely unnecessary.
It's a curse,
and it just continues to just pile up, and it's so annoying.
It is. That's crazy, dude. I want to continue this conversation with you. I want to get you on. I'll
yes, for sure.
I'll DM you. I would love to get you on, maybe for like a pregame show segment or something.
Yeah, I'd be down. Yeah, I was gonna say we're not Discord friends, but we should be.
Let's do it.
You have to friend me though.
I will friend you. I got you.
Okay.
I got you, man. Take it easy, dude.
Wow,
I'm so happy to hear from you.
Man, what a jerk.
All right, I love you, man. I'll reach out to you. You know, we're gonna keep this going.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I appreciate, love everything that you're doing. I know, obviously, you know, the following has gone crazy recently, so you know, keep up what you're doing, man. It's good stuff.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you, and you as well. You as well, for sure.
Yeah, of course, man. Appreciate it.
All right, bye. Dude, shout out to Alex, man. Alex, man, he's awesome. Go back to high school. We go back to middle school. It's really crazy. It's really, really wild. He's awesome. And you guys should go follow him too. Let's get Joe to come on. We'll get Joe to come on to speak next. Joe, how are you feeling after this Phillies W?
Well, I'm starting. This is a new thing, so can you hear me, first of all?
I can hear you. Not only can I hear you, but I'm also listening to you. I got you.
I just would, because I'm trying a new microphone, but I said I'll take it how I can get it. Like what a segue from the last, like Alex, into this, because like I know exactly what the Rays are going through.
Yep.
And it's to me, I already chatted it. It's bananas because Tampa is like a very wealthy city. Okay. Like the capita of millionaires is crazy. Okay. Right. And they can't either fix their stadium or build a new one. It's
crazy. It's wild.
It is crazy. It's up in the air, you know?
I feel like
yes.
I feel like it's just it's a very bizarre situation, and I'm trying to think about it. You know, if the shoes were on the other feet, I mean, this would never run by in Philly. This would never fly, and I'm trying to like think about it from the umbrella or the perspective on if the Phillies had to move, or even if the Sixers or the Flyers had to move, and they had to play not even just out of the Mecca, but just in another facility. it wouldn't fly, and you would hear so much outrage with it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's what it's like. It's like I'm in the Wizard of Oz or something. Like
We're not in Kansas anymore.
Yeah, right. But yeah, there's like Philly is like we'll put, even though you make a minimum wage or a medium wage, we'll donate all this money to keep the Phillies here.
Right.
You know, and Tampa is like whatever. But I'm gonna get over that. I'm gonna talk about the game. Bomer Homer, the first one.
Yep.
I can't believe it.
That inside out swing.
It's so weird.
It's so bizarre.
Weird.
I know. But
I think I don't want to, like I asked Larry earlier, do you think we're turning a corner? And he said, or is it too soon? And he said it is too soon. And I was like, yeah, I get you, and I understand what you said about that as well. But it's like you want to jump on the train. Like,
you do.
You know what I mean? When you love a team like this, you want to jump on the bandwagon.
The best way that I can compare it to is, you know how when you are taking a step forward in whatever you do, like whether it's working out or even if it's just with your job, and you know that you have been able to master something, or you've been able to do a better job with something within your job. You know, your boss isn't going to tell you great job, but if you get that nod, then that means guess what? You know, yes, like you're doing your job, but also they want more out of you. And that's sort of how I acknowledge this.
That is a good analogy. That's a perfect analogy, because it's you want to compliment, you want to tip your hat, but you're just like, you still have this border between you, your trust. You know, you've been there before. Right. Like this girl, you know what I mean? No, I'm not gonna say, I'm not even gonna go into that, but like you have the little bit of trust, but you still have the gate up. Right. Just in case. Right. So yeah, it's a perfect analogy. That's a perfect analogy.
Zack Wheeler today.
I promise everybody.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Good. No. You go. I didn't mean to cut you off.
I promised that if we got to 200 likes, I would sing a little bit of Journey. So just the beginning of it, anyway.
Before you do that,
okay,
I do have to ask you.
Okay.
This guy, Zack Wheeler, I don't know if you know of him, but this guy's 34 years old, and he's pitching his balls off. I mean, when we signed him in 2019, this guy was so injury prone, and he just couldn't stay healthy. I don't know about you, but I feel like that Zack Wheeler is underrated, and I don't think we give him enough love. But what say you about that?
Yeah, definitely underrated. I mean, it's hard to put, like, there's so many aces out there that, as far as consistency,
right,
he's way underrated as far as consistency. He gives you pretty much the same thing every time. Now, sometimes the bats might be better on the other side,
right,
but he's giving you his all, and making it hard for the batters to know what he's going to do, because he has so many pitches.
Yep.
Or so many, different pitches.
Yeah. And,
but yeah.
And not only does he have these different pitches, but he's also, his IQ, I think, sort of goes a little bit unnoticed, because that one at bat that he had to Morel, he threw him two off-speed pitches. Two off-speed pitches that he swung on and missed at, and then he played with a fastball on the outside corner, and Morel's like, I'm not going to bite at that. But then he threw one that just caught the outer edge, and Morel was like, you know what, I am going to swing at this. And he figured out his timing was off. And I just thought that it was such a smart sequence of pitches there because, you know, when you look at some of these other pitches or you look at some of these other pitchers, they don't do that. They don't find weaknesses, which I know it sounds simple in theory, but it's just he's just so good at it, you know?
It's definitely not simple. You basically want them guessing as much as possible. You want the batter to be guessing as much as possible. So if you like I know I played a little baseball, and I didn't pitch, but I practiced pitching.
Yep.
But if I throw a curveball downstairs, the next thing I'm going to do is throw a fastball at the top of the strike zone.
Right.
Because it's almost in the opposite area, but it looks the same coming out of your hand. So, yeah. That's the kind of you can write a book on that stuff, you know?
Absolutely. All right, it's time, Joe. You gotta, you know, I wanted to get your vocal cords warmed up, and so that's why we were sort of having this like little, you know, back and forth convo. But the floor is yours, okay? No pressure at all whatsoever. But I'm ready for some Journey.
Okay, it's just the beginning. Okay.
I'm ready.
Highway run under the midnight sun. Wheels go round and round. You're on my mind. Restless hearts sleep alone tonight. Sending all my love along the wire. That's it.
Chat. I'm you know, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna go with a solid 8. I'm gonna go with a solid 8. I thought that was really, really good. I gotta be honest. I thought that was great.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
That was awesome. That was awesome. Joe, you are the man. I'm gonna give you I gotta give you the belt for that. You know, you kept your word and you did it, and I'm proud of you.
I tried. I mean, I tried to keep my word.
Yes.
Like I'm not in the best ability to sing right now, but you know.
I thought you did good. I really did. I'm not just blowing smoke up your you know what. I feel that way. So.
Yeah.
All right, Joe. I gotta get going, but I will talk to you tomorrow. Okay.
Love you, JJ, and my Philly freaks.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
Let's go, baby. Woo! Shout out to Joe. That was great. That was awesome. Yeah, it's nice to have a good one like this. See, we get to relax. We get to kick back a little bit, and we get to have some nice convos. It's a really cool thing. And I love that very, very much. And hopefully we'll continue to have high vibes tomorrow because that's what we deserve against these Tampa Bay Rays. We got to sweep them. I want us to bring out the brooms. Again, am I happy with this win? Kinda. I'm smirking a little bit, but I need more. I'm not pressing that buzzer yet. Not pressing that buzzer yet because this team needs to earn my trust. But I can't deny it. Like what I'm seeing over these last couple of weeks. All right. Love you. And I will catch you all tomorrow. What time do we play tomorrow, JJ? We play at 7:05 p.m. Eastern Time again. It'll be Christopher Sanchez going up against Shane Baz. And that will be the matchup tomorrow night. Love you all, and I will catch you all on the next one. Bye-bye. Take care, Lala Tov.